Hey everybody, I'm Miss Amber, and today we are going to learn all about the process that we go through to discover the gold God has created us with. Hang out with me for the next few minutes as we take a look at the rock cycle. In the Bible, the Apostle Paul writes in 2 Corinthians 4, 8, and 9 that we are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. See, he knew that even though he was going through hard times and faced challenges, who he was in Jesus never changed. He knew that he was a new creation. We know this because he talks about it again in 2 Corinthians 5:17. It says, "Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he or she is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come." This reminds me of some really cool science. This reminds me of the rock cycle. Rocks can be organized into 3 separate categories depending on how they were formed: igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary. Wind and rain slowly chip away tiny pieces of rock and dirt away from mountains and other rock formations. These tiny pieces of rock and dirt are carried away by water down to streams and rivers, finally reaching lakes and the ocean, where they sink down and settle to the bottom. We call these tiny rocks and dirt that sink down to the bottom sediment. Over time, more rocks and dirt sink on top of them. It's kind of like our starburst. So this is the original sediment. And then we have new sediment that'll sink on top. That's crazy. And then after that, there's more sediment that sinks on top. I like these nice little layers. And then after a long time, when things start to get really heavy for those rock pieces and dirt on the very bottom, these layers are squeezed together harder and harder until sedimentary rocks are formed, kind of like this. Sticky. The next type of rock that we are going to look at is metamorphic rock. When these rock layers go down into the earth and get close to heat, the pressure from all of those rock layers above and the heat together mix, and they chemically change the rock into metamorphic rock. I am gonna go heat these up, and I'll be back in just a minute. So I just went and heated up our starburst or rock pieces. If you are doing this at home, which I highly encourage you to do, you can set your cup into some warm water, or you can use a blow dryer to heat up your starburst. So this has gone through some pressure and some heat, but what about the third type? The next type of rock is the igneous rock. See, when rock gets super hot, they actually melt. They melt into liquid rock, which could be called molten rock. That sounds intense. Molten rocks under the Earth's surface are called magma, and molten rocks that reach the Earth's surface are called lava. Some of you guys have heard that before. That happens when volcanoes erupt. That's actually molten rock. Now, when the magma or the lava cool down, they harden and form the igneous rock. So I'm gonna take our metamorphic rock right here, and I'm actually going to go put it in a microwave safe dish, and I'm gonna go put it in the microwave for a little bit. So stick with me, I'll be right back and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, I am back. This is my microwave safe cup because you shouldn't put plastic in the microwave, and I have microwaved all of my Starburst. Do you want to see what it looks like? It is like lava, okay? So check this out. It's liquid molten rock. Now, do not do this at home by yourself, because if I didn't have 2 cups on this right now, I would be burning my sweet little fingers, okay? But I want you guys to see that the Starburst got so hot, they actually turned to liquid, and that is what happens to rocks. This is the Igneous Rock. It happens under extreme heat. Now, once this rock cools down and isn't dangerously hot anymore, see, the wind and the rain would start to chip it away. And then the rock cycle would start all over again. This process doesn't only take a few minutes like it did with us today and our Starburst. It actually takes a really long time, just like the process of us becoming the people God has made us to be. When we spend time with God, transformation happens. He takes all of our gifts and talents, and he mixes them together with our experiences, good or bad, and he works them all together for our good. God transforms us so that we are able to do these good things that God planned for us. It's a process, and it takes time. Through this process, we discover that gold we have been talking about. Spending time with God helps to uncover and refine that gold.